Alright, see what we got going here. Ps3 Recoveries here, and gonna be jailbreaking a Ps3 cech2001A on live stream, which is a Ps3 Slim. Alright, so I'm gonna go and get started. Basically, all I did was I dismantled the Ps3. I just took the case off. So I'm going to show you guys. So after you pull the covers off, this is what it's going to look like. You got 5 screws. They all have little arrows pointing to them. You just pop those off with the clamps. The heat shield comes off. Now, after you do that, you're going to want to split the case. You take both your thumbs and you push up like this, and then it pops the thermal paste off. As you can see, that's your other heat shield. That goes down here. So now, look at all that nasty thermal paste from the factory. We're going to be cleaning all that off after. So, your Ps3 North chip is right here. I believe this one's a Samsung. So I got a little isopropyl alcohol on a Q-tip. You want to clean that up. Don't worry about it getting wet. It'll evaporate right away. Make sure you use alcohol. You don't want to use acetone or anything that'll eat away at the plastic. So once you get it clean, fucking dust on here. Whoever owned this Ps3 was a savage. Never cleaned anything. So once you get it clean, now you're going to want to put the board back onto the fan, your heat sinks. Just flip it over. You're going to line it up with the holes for the clamps for the heat sink, just like that. And now you're going to want to get 2 pieces of cardboard. So basically these are going to go underneath the clamps so you don't ground out your circuit board. Then you just take the clamps, pop them right back on. So I'm doing this in real time to give you guys a good idea on how it's done. You don't want to over torque them, just snug them up. A lot of people use power drills. I like using a screwdriver because you can actually feel how tight you tighten it. As anything, like with electronics, you over tighten it, you can strip it. So we do not want to fuck up the motherboard. So that's that. And I will be using Arctic Silver 5 thermal paste. I don't know if you guys can see. This is the best stuff on the market. All my Ps3s get that. Makes them run like 10-15 degrees cooler. So now you're going to flip it over. First thing you do, plug in the fan. It's the first thing I do all the time because I always forget if I don't do it. Now your North chip's going to be right here. I don't know if I can zoom in or get this close enough, but on the North chip, you're going to see a little circle on the bottom right. So that indicates your E3 flasher cable has to go the opposite way. So this here the cable's going to go this way because the circle's on the bottom right. So the cable's going to go away from that circle. And all I use is a little bit of Scotch tape. Where the fuck that is? Here it is. Here's the Scotch tape. Grab a nice chunk of it. This E3 flasher, I don't know if it's going to work or not. If you can tell, I busted the clip right there. So this is my first time jailbreaking a console since it got broken. And if it does fuck up, it's probably going to brick the system. I do have another flasher cable, but it's on another PS3 right now. So when you put these on, you kind of want to hear it snap. This thing's old and worn out, so it doesn't snap anymore, but you'll get the picture. Let's put this shit down. Ooh, that felt pretty fucking good right there. Take a look. Damn, that felt really good right there. Alright, so we're going to go with that. And if the clip's not on right, when we go to run our E3 flasher to grab a dump, you're going to get like flashing lights which are error codes. So it'll tell us right off the rip. As you can see, I'm putting a piece of tape on there to hold the flasher down. Alright. So now, what I like to do is I like to take a penny and tape it over. That way it applies even pressure over the clip when you put the clamp on. Let's get all that bullshit up. Get another piece of tape. Get the penny on. There we go. So now, as you can see, we got the penny on top of the E3 flasher clip. So now, I like to use the hard drive. Put it down like that. You're going to need a piece of cardboard like this. So you're going to put it underneath. That cardboard goes right underneath. And you got a clamp. And as you can see, I put padding on each side of the clamp. That way it doesn't ground out. Open this up. That on. Now we're going to come down and apply even pressure right over that E3 flasher North clip. What I do is I go hand tight with my thumb, then I do it just a little bit more. So that's good right there. Alright, so that's good. I rest it right on the Blu-ray. Now you're going to run your cable right over on the inside. First thing we do now, you're going to hook up your power supply. Alright, power supply is in. Slide that forward a little. Now on your E3 flasher, this is the E3. You're going to have a little micro SD card. Make sure you reformat it If it's your first time doing a, flashing a console, you're going to want to put the Samsung upgrade on it. I will have a jailbreak folder, and I'm going to put it in the description. So basically, you reformat it to FAT32, and before you do this. Now you got 6 switches on here. So to grab a dump, it's going to be the 3rd switch up, all the rest down. And we're going to grab a dump file off here, and we're going to patch that, and that's what's going to put it on 3.55. So we got that. Now we want to hook up our power supply. This thing's mad dirty. Whoever owned this was a savage. Never cleaned it. So put that on. Plug that in. Alright. Now you're going to plug your power supply in. Right motherfucking here. That's in. I like to put in your HDMI in the back. That's it. I already have a power cord here. I always leave this power cord hooked up. It's an extra one just for jailbreaking slims. Pop that in. So as you can see, we do have power. As you guys know, I've been going through some bullshit lately. This is the PS3 Slim Jailbreak Giveaway PS3. I've been so busy with bullshit lately, I haven't been able to have time to jailbreak this console. So that's why, between that and all the other shit that went on, being doxxed and all that, that's why the giveaway hasn't happened yet. So I just got my laptop back yesterday, and we're jailbreaking the giveaway PS3 right now. Alright, so just make sure we got everything hooked up, make sure it's all Gucci. When we turn this on, you're going to see on the screen no applicable like hard disk drive data found or something. Once we see that, then we can start jailbreaking or grabbing a dump. So make sure everything's hooked up. Let's turn this bitch on. Now as you can see, we got power to the E3 flasher. Now it's going to start strobing, which is normal. First 2 down, 3rd one up, last 3 down. So all of them down, 3rd one up. That's how it's done. I'm surprised the clip's still getting power with it being broken like that. I legit broke off a whole corner of it. Because on different PS3s, the NOR chip is in different spots. See, cannot start. The appropriate system storage was not found. That's what we want to see. So now, what I do is I hit the reset button. The lights will go off, and then they'll come back on. Then they're going to start strobing, doing that Knight Rider fucking thing. So I usually give it about 10-15 seconds, and then I'm going to hit the top left button. That's the start button. The bottom left's the stop button. I've never hit that before. You never want to stop this process while it's going on, because you can brick your system. You get a fucking power failure while you're doing this, your system's bricked. And I can show you guys how to unbrick a system, but it requires soldering and soldering your motherboard. So now I feel that it's good. It's strobing back and forth. Let's start it up. Now, if everything goes well, it's going to go right down the line. Every light's going to light up, all 6. If you get an error, you'll get like the second couple lights light up, and then they'll start blinking. That's what we don't want. So now we're grabbing a valid dump. So we got the first light, which is fucking awesome. I don't know if you guys can see that, but let's try to get it in for you. So right there. Nice. All third light's up. I think we're doing good, guys. Usually you get an error by now if something fucked up. So that's really good. I like that. Fourth light. This is really fast. To grab the dump file takes about 2-3 minutes. To patch it and to dump it back on, to put it on 3.55, that is about 7 minutes. There we go. See how it's strobing now? That means we're good. So let's move this back. Alright, so now I have the whole station and everything where I have a kill switch, but I like doing it like this. Just on, once you see it strobing back and forth and all the lights are on, kill the power. That's it. So now your SD card's on the left hand side, you're gonna push the clasp to the right, your SD card comes out. Now you gotta have an SD card reader. So I got a DigiPower with a SanDisk SD card. So let's go to the laptop. I gotta figure out some way so you guys can see my laptop. So give me 1 second. Gotta find something to put the camera on. Maybe we can do this. Yeah, that looks like shit. Why does it look all fucked up? Alright, let's get out of there. Damn, you guys can't really see shit on there, huh? Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like this. If you guys can see, that's good. I think it's just the reflection. Alright, so let's go to our disk. Here it is. That's our backup bin. So now we want to see if the file's good. So we're going to go to my E3 flasher folder, and we're going to go to our flash tool. So we're going to open up our dump checker. It's going to give us an error, and then we're going to open it a second time. At least that's what usually happens. Now, let's go back. Now it's going to open up. I'm not sure if you guys can see this or not. It's just, it looks fucked up on here. So now you're going to go to check image. Now we're going to go to our disk reader. Now it's going to check it right now. Alright, so it says we have a bad dump. It says the ROS 0 hash and the ROS 1 hash are bad, but everything else is good. I know from experience those two things don't mean shit. The bin file is good and we can use this. I can patch this. So let's X out of that. Shut that off. Now I'm going to make a folder. And we're going to name this Slim Giveaway Ps3 Camo, because it has a camouflage wrap. So we're going to go to the dump checker. We'll dump that in there. Now, what we need to do is the E3 flasher. That goes in that folder. Now we have to patch the file. So what we're going to do, go back, and we're going to go to NOR/NAND auto patcher files. Open that up, open our patcher. So right now, what we got to do, we have to drag and drop that bin file into the patcher. And then you're going to take the bin file and drag it into the patcher. Alright, open that up. Now it's going to patch. Error opening patch file. Please make sure to place the NOR dump inside the program folder. That's what I did. That was weird. Let's try it again. If not, I can use another patcher. Yeah, error opening. Alright. So let's delete those. Bring it back. And I'll grab another one. Let's see. NOR/NAND auto patcher. We'll use this one. And let me delete that. We'll delete that. Alright, let's drag and drop it in this one. Now let's patch that file. Applying patch number 1, applying patch number 2, deleting temp files, done. Your NOR dump file was successfully patched and is ready to be flashed. Fucking right. Alright, so now we have our stock bin and our patch bin. We're going to drag our patch bin back over to the SD card. We can take our stock bin, drop it into the folder we made, the Slim Giveaway. Now we need to rename our patch bin. So we're going to rename it because it says NOR patched bin. We're going to take that out. So now it just says bkpp.s3.bin, like it's stock. Now we're going to take the patch folder from the other one, and we're just going to drop it right into our folder. Alright, so now our folder has the stock bin file, the patch bin file, and all the checks. So I'm going to put that on my desktop. So now I can delete that. So now I have the patch bin on my SD card. Now we are ready to, so we're going to eject it. So now we're ready to jailbreak or downgrade the PS3. Let me put this back up. Alright, that looks good right there. Alright. Now let's do this. Yo, Christian tells, I'm trash. You're the one sitting here watching me, bitch. You can drain my salty balls, bitch. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so I got the patch bin file. It's back on the SD card. We're going to pull this motherfucker out and we're going to put it back in. So now we're going to downgrade the PS3, put it on. We're going to make it, we're going to trick it to believe that it's on 3.55 so we can install whatever firmware we want. Come on, bitch. Open. There we go. So we'll put that on. Make sure your clips are all on good. Make sure nothing's touching any metal. So now we're going to take that third switch, put it down. So to put the dump back on the PS3, you have to have all 6 switches down. And now we're going to do it. So let's hook up our power supply. Let's turn this on. And we're going to wait for the no storage device on the TV. Alright. So, hope you guys, I know I wouldn't get a lot of people watching this because a lot of people, they don't fuck with this shit, but I've had a lot of comments from you guys on how to do it. I know some of you guys really, truly want to start jailbreaking, and I'm cool with that. I will help you guys till the end. I'll give you all my files for jailbreaking, my auto patcher files, downgrade files. I'm going to show you guys everything. So, we got the cannot start appropriate system storage. That's what we want to see. All of our switches are down, and we're going to on our blue light strobing, which is perfect. That's what we want to see. So we're going to go to the right. We're going to hit the red switch. That's the reset button. We just want everything to reset, nice, fresh, crispy, ready to dump this file in. And some of you guys are probably wondering, why do I have a big ass fucking C-clamp on my NOR chip and on my E3 flasher? That's so you can make a good solid connection and you don't fucking brick your system. Some people use plastic wood clamps, but I'm a machinist. I work with metal all day. This is what I use because I'm a fucking beast. Alright, so now we're ready to start dumping. So I hit the start button top left, and now it's going to go right down the horn. It's going to light up just like it did when we grabbed that file, one by one by one. When they all light up and start strobing, that means we have successfully downgraded or tricked the PS3 into thinking it's downgraded, but we still have to install the custom firmware, you know, like Rebug 4.81 or whatever firmware you want. If any of you guys want to purchase one of my jailbreaks, I have 2 of them on eBay right now. One's for $195, one's for $215. This one here, this one has a 250 or 260 gigabyte hard drive. I actually bought this as a broken PlayStation. Yeah, I did not know what was wrong with it. Couldn't get it to get past the restoring menu. It had a bad hard drive in it. So what I did was I grabbed a shitty laptop that didn't work anymore. So I took the hard drive out of it. It was a Toshiba laptop. And I reformatted it and tossed it in the PlayStation. So now the PlayStation literally has a computer hard drive in it, which is sick. I partitioned it, formatted it. This thing's going to be a beast. So as you see, we just got the first light, which is good. The fan did kick on because I'm still running that stock Sony white thermal paste, which is shit. We got the second blue light. This is going good, guys. Invisible trolling. Oh yeah. Yeah, I was doing some invisible trolling on BO3. I can make me or anyone else in the lobby invisible, go up and knife them. Funny. No, this ain't a super slim. This is a cech2001A Ps3 slim. not a super slim. There are only 2 models of super slims that can be jailbroken. I will do one in my next tutorial. Yep, you can buy a jailbreak from me. Go on my eBay store or message me on Kick. My eBay store is it should be in the description. But if you message me on Kick, I can send you the link. I got 2 PS3s, one for 195, one for 215. The one for 215's got a 250 gigabyte hard drive. So right now, if you go on eBay and type this in, that's my eBay store. My cheapest jailbreak is 195. My most expensive one is 215. They all come with Black Ops 2 and a 32 mod menu SPRX injector, which means you get all the best host menus like Jiggy, Elegance, Bossum, Project TCM. You get the best game modes like Zombieland, Death Run, Dodgeball. And you get zombie menus and all that. So, Bryant, God, I've seen some sell for 160. Oh, I'm sure you can find some for 160, but I download games, I put on mod menus. A lot of 90% of the PS3s on eBay, they're just on 3.55 firmware. You have to install the firmware and jailbreak it. You have to install your games. You got to convert it from CEX to DEX. I do everything for you. You literally get this PlayStation, you plug it in, and you start playing. I can sell you a 3.55 PS3 for $140. I have no problem doing that, but you gotta jailbreak it. Yeah, the majority of the jailbreaks are $250 to $300. I sell mine $60 cheaper than the competition. That's why when I drop a PlayStation on eBay, I have a 100% seller rate. So everyone's satisfied, they buy from me, they always leave me positive feedback, and my shit's the cheapest and the well-built. I put Arctic Silver 5 thermal paste, nothing but the best. And my PlayStations literally, they run at 58 degrees. A lot of PlayStations, they run in the 70-degree range, which means you're going to Y-load. It's going to run that hot for a while, and it's literally going to shit the bed. Mine, I guarantee mine will run for like 5 fucking years, no problem. I'm going to be doing modded lobbies in about an hour or so. So we're almost done dropping the patch bin file on. We got one more light, and then we are jailbroken. Get out of here, Libby. So one more light, and we are done. I legit thought this E3 flasher was junk. I have my brand new cable on another PS3 that I'm jailbreaking. I already got a Black Ops 3 mod menu. I can give you guys aimbot, make you invisible, XP lobbies, all that stuff on Black Ops 3. So if any of you guys are interested, I usually run a few games of BO3 a week. There we go. We are done. Now you see how it's strobing back and forth? That means our patch file was successful, and all you gotta do, pull the plug. That's it. So now we gotta start disassembling. So we're all done with the E3 flasher. We'll put that there. Pop out your power cable. We're all done with the alcohol. This is what I used to clean it with. All the connections. Now We're going to undo our clamp. Pull that bitch out. Alright. This can go back in our card reader. We don't need that no more. We don't need this screwdriver no more. Our styrofoam can go back in. So now we got to pull off our E3 flasher. Just simply pull the tape back, nice and slow. That, get your penny, because that applies even pressure over the E3. Now we can just pop that off. Alright, E3 flasher come off, toss that back. Alright, now pull your HDMI out, pull your power supply out, undo the clip for your power supply, pull the supply right off, undo your fan. Now flip it on over. Now we got to take off the clamps in our shims. So that's really how easy it is, guys, to downgrade a PS3. I mean, we still got to put on our firmware. So right now, if we go to start it up, it's just going to be, you know, no system storage and all that, and no firmware. So if you don't install the firmware, it's going to automatically default back to a stock PS3. So I will show you guys how to do that right now. Take our shims. These right here, all I use was a Swiffer wet jet cardboard box, you know, for the pads. Toss that back. Now pull this apart. I'm going to show you guys how to put new thermal paste on right now. As you can see, look at all that nasty thermal paste. Sony does a terrible job with their thermal paste. That's where your denatured alcohol comes in. So grab a little paper towel. Make sure you soak it really good with the denatured alcohol. Don't be sipping this shit. Now you're going to start in the middle, just work your way out. All that thermal paste will dissolve. As you can see, it's just all going to dissolve away. And don't worry about getting a little bit of thermal paste on the motherboard. As you can see, it's all leaked down. Just come from the side. Try to get that shit up. You're not going to be able to get it all. So, let's get all that motherfucking thermal paste up. So now take the clean side and the back side. Just go through. Kind of wipe the sides. This is the the CPU and GPU. So this is what makes your system YLOD. Like, if it's not done right, you don't put the right thermal paste on, you can fuck your system up really good. So that's good enough. Now we want to do our heat sink. Same thing. Start from the inside, work your way out. This thing's full of shit. This system was really, really nasty. This thing had so much dust in it, I had to like vacuum it out multiple times. So now we're going to get a nice clean rag. We're going to do this one more time, do a little finish cleaning here. Let's go on here. This is the most important. Get down up in there. All right. That's good. Give this one final douching. Now you can see there's like these little thermal pads right here. I never lose these. I always put them right back on. You always want those thermal pads on. It's not a big deal if you lose them, but it definitely helps with your system running better and cooler. Alright, so we're going to put thermal paste on. You got to christen it with a nice fat vape hit. So what I use is a credit card. Undo the thermal paste. Now, what I do, I put a nice thin strip right across one side of the GPU and one nice strip across the CPU. Now it's going to keep leaking out just a little bit, so you don't want to waste this. This stuff's like fucking $10 for a little tiny tube, because the shit's the bomb. If you were to buy cheap stuff, you can get a big fucking bottle of it for $3, but I use nothing but the best. So now you're going to take your card, put it down, and just slide it over. Nice and easy. And then what I do, I come back the opposite way and just do that. Probably going to have to apply a little more. I always start off with a little bit at first because this stuff's so expensive. You want just enough to coat the chip. Now, this is one of the cases where less is more. Because you put too much on, it'll actually run hotter. So we just need a little bit more there, a little bit more here. All right. Now look at that. Like a fucking professional. Fucking Picasso right there. Nice and even. No open spots. Good to go. Alright. So, what you do now, you gotta put your heat shields on. So on here, we got to put this heat shield on. This goes on just like this. right here. We're going to put this bitch on. That goes on just like so. Now you got 2 screws for this heat shield. Your 2 black screws. I just toss all my screws into a pile. I suggest if you do this for your first time, you segregate your screws because you will get them fucked up. There's probably about, I don't know, 35 screws. I've done this so many times, I know which screw goes where. Alright, first 2 are on. So now, what we're going to do, we're going to put the circuit board onto the heat shield. This wire just goes through here. Now you're going to line up the USB ports. And what I always do, pull that wire right on through. Just like that. There you go. That's all on. Make sure it's all seated. So now we're going to put our clamps on. Oh wait, my bad. Jump the gun. We got to put the heat shield on. So this heat shield just slides right on, just like that. Now there's little arrows pointing to all the holes. There's 5 holes with 5 arrows. You're going to put the small silver screws in all of those. So it's so easy. There's literally arrows pointing all over the heat shield. And you don't want to over tighten them. Just nice and snug. Do that. One more right here. And then you got the 2 blacker screws. They go right on the end. The little recess on the end. That's where the 2 black ones go. So we're very close on downgrading this. Let's put our heatsink clamps on. And then we can start putting it back in the shell, the case. Alright, so got that done. All the screws are in. Flip it on over. This is our case, and these are your Wi-Fi wires. You want to have those hanging out. You're just going to slot. Well, make sure you plug in your fan. First thing you do, slide this back in. Line up the USB ports, drops in like a glove. You're going to take your Wi-Fi wires, going to wrap them around underneath the fan here, tuck them up, bring them right over there. So, just like that. Now, thermal paste. Put that shit away. Alcohol, we're all done with that. Put that shit away. Okay. First thing you do, put your power switch in. Alright, power switch is in. Now you want to put your DVD player in. Blu-ray. This thing's mad dirty. Whoever owned this was a savage. Must have been a Jake Pauler. I mean a Logan Pauler. Fucking savage. Alright. Let's get that. Now, slide it right on in. There's like a little clip in the front here. You want it to seat in. Then you put your power thing in. Make it snap in. Now you're going to hook up your power to your Blu-ray. You're going to hook up your Wi-Fi now. So there's a white one and a black one. The black one goes up front, white one towards the back. And they simply just press right on. Right on your motherboard. Snaps right on. Like fucking butter, kid. Like fucking butter. Now you're going to put your DVD, Blu-ray ribbon drive in. Make sure that's down. Push the clip down. Alright. That looks pretty fucking good. Now you're going to put your power button in. A lot of people put these in first. There's no fucking need for it. I just put them in after I put the Blu-ray in. Do that. Now, your power supply. The Wi-Fi wires, you want to tape. That way they don't get pinched. So, I tape them right to the Blu-ray. There we go. Toss that in. Push that down. Hook up your power. Hook up the other power cable. That's it. Alright. So now, all we need to do pop our cover on, flip it on over. Actually, I'm just going to leave that on just like that. I'm not going to finish putting the screws in, just in case there is a problem. Then we don't have to undo all those screws. Because sometimes like a little wire might come undone, ribbon cable, something like that. So, let's hook up our power cable. Hook up our HDMI, and we need to slap in our, this is from the Toshiba laptop. Get that in. Now, start it up. So if we've done everything correctly, we got to hook our, see, connect the controller. So let me connect my controller. And this is where you're going to need a USB flash drive. So we can put the firmware on. Let me find out where my controller is. Come on. Got mad wires for my Elgato. Hook up your controller. Here's where we jailbreak it. Alright, so what you're going to do, connect the controller, you and then press the PS button. So it says system software can't run correctly. Press the PS button to try to restart the system. If the system can't be restarted, you must reinstall system software, connect storage media that contains update version 4.81 or later. So basically what we're going to do, let me get a better shot for you guys. We're going to put this bitch right here. Alright, so that's what it says. So let me grab my USB. Whatever the fuck that is. Fuck it, we'll use this one. This one right here has been eaten by a dog. So, still works. I'm going to grab the 4.81 update. I might actually have one on here. Let me see. This could be... Here, we can try. Let's see what it has. So let's plug it in. Now, this USB stick, that has all my homebrews on it. It has Multiman, PS Ninja, all that stuff. So we're going to press the start and select buttons. Now it's going to check for an update. Hopefully this one does have the 4.81. It might have 4.76. A lot of times I build PS3s for people and they want certain software like 4.70 firmware, 4.78. So I can't remember which one I had on this. Okay, it's preparing the update. So we got 4.81 on there, guys. So right now, preparing the update, do not turn off the system. After preparation has completed, the system will restart automatically. So what's going on right now, it's grabbing the update file on there. It's kind of syncing itself and getting itself ready for the update. So this goes pretty quick. This one right here is the Ps3 Jailbreak Giveaway. I'm going to be doing it this Sunday, most likely. But I also have boxes of PS3s that I already jailbroke. If you guys look over here, I have these PS3s. This one I'm selling. This one's $220. The weed wrap one. This one here is $195. Has the fan mod. This one right here is a fat PS3. That one's $195. I got other ones that I'm jailbreaking. This one's a 2101B. I just have to unbrick it. That one's going to be $210 because it has a 250 gigabyte hard drive. This one here is $195. I just got to put a new Blu-ray laser lens in it. And this fat PS3, that's $180. I forget, there's something wrong with it, but it still works fine. So we just make it just read the update. Alright, so here we go. PS3 system software 4.81.2 rebug. Press the PS button, checking for update data. Alright, codename rebug disclaimer. Just go to the right. Do you want to accept the user agreement? Fuck yeah. I want a jailbroken motherfucking PS3 so I can slap motherfuckers online. Do not turn off your system during this update. If you do, you may not be able to restart your PS3 system. Once the update is started, you cannot go back to the previous version of the software. Press the X button to start the update. Fuck yeah, I want a mod and booty hole some motherfuckers. Alright, so this takes a few minutes. It's just gonna update the system software. Yo, you live in the Bahamas? Hell yeah. The Mods YouTube, all the way from the Bahamas. Watching your boy Ps3 Jailbreak. Mine are expensive. Dude, mine are like $60 to $80 cheaper than everyone else. Plus I do everything. Get the fuck out of here, Gravity Reflex. Plus you're gonna buy a shit PS3 that some fucking kid's jailbreaking in his fucking bedroom that has no clue what he's doing. You'll probably run it for a couple days and the thing will shit the bed. Dude, my shit's legit. I use all the best thermal paste, all the best software, everything. A lot of people, they jailbreak consoles, even when they put the fucking clamp on, the NOR chip, they put it on way too tight, they'll damage the motherboard, all that shit. Yeah, I got 4. You can't put 4.80 rebug on anymore. That version has become non-existent anymore. I do have it on one of my fat PS3s, but they don't offer it no more. I put 4.81 onto the PS3s that I sell because it's like, you know, it's one of the more stable ones. A lot of people buying PS3s, they like the newest update. I legit run 4.70 firmware. I run firmware fucking from years ago because I like it. Yeah. See, I was gonna go to 3.55, but that would have been a lot longer process. I'm doing, what's it called? A tutorial right now, and I want to keep it as short as possible. But basically, I'm going to show you how to go to 3.55. Once we load the 4.81 on, it's going to be jailbroken, so you'll have 4.81. But what you have to do is you have to toggle QA flag the console. Then you can put 3.55 on. So I'm going to show you all the little tricks right now. See, you guys are getting real-time, real shit right here. See, we are on rebug, buddy. We are jailbroken now. And I have a Toshiba hard drive from a laptop in here. So this PS3 has a computer hard drive in it. So as you can see, there's nothing installed. It's just jailbroken. We can come over here. We'll go to what the fuck is it? System settings. I don't care if you guys see this. 205 gigabytes free. So that's legit right there. Yeah, next Sunday. So now you want to go to Package Manager. I have all my homebrew apps on this flash drive. So you're going to go to Install Package Files. Now you're going to go Standard. Now we're going to put on the first one, Toggle QA Package. This is what I was talking about to get to 3.55. So once you put that on, you're going to want to put Package Manager, Install Package Files, Standard. We're going to go to Rebug Toolbox. Is this the latest one? Yes. Now this is going to make it able to go on 3.55. You got to go in your rebug toolbox. Yeah, I'm so used to jailbreaking now, I can do it like nothing. Toggle QA flag, you're going to enable it. So now you're going to quit, return to XMB. And now what you're going to do, you're going to hit the toggle QA flag. What's going to happen is this is not a program that's going to open or anything. It's once you hit it, it's going to kind of go to an error and then come back to XMB. That means you toggled your system. So we're going to do this. Now it's just going to come back into XMB. So an error occurred during the operation. That's normal. So basically what we just did there was what the fuck is it called? Your LV2 kernel. We just opened it up so you can always downgrade now. So if I'm on 4.81, if I want to go down to 4.76, all I have to do, toss in the update, and I can downgrade to 4.76. I can downgrade all the way to 3.55 now. That's what that does. So now let's go and install the rest of our package files. So I'm going to show you guys some nasty shit. So this is my XMB mods collection. This is like one of my personal ones. This customizes your PS3 with cold boots, your screen icons. It makes it custom. So right there. So now we're going to go right down the horn. And so we did that. PS Ninja. This protects you from getting banned online. Now, we already did Toolbox, Send Enabler. Protects you from getting banned online. See, this is all the stuff I put on for you guys. When you buy a downgraded PS3 on eBay, it doesn't have all this stuff. You have to do all this. And I know a lot of people don't know how to. This is Irisman. This is so you can spoof your console ID so you don't get console banned. So my eBay is right here. I got two. I just sold one actually on eBay. So I got one for sale on there. I will be putting two more up for sale in a little bit. So we just did Irisman. Now this is Endstone. This is your Cappy Manager. This is so you can connect RTM tools, mod menus, all that stuff. That's how I run the Destiny mod menu on Black Ops 2 to give you guys co-hosts. I run the mod menu from my laptop. Now we're going to put Multiman on. Alright, Multiman's on. Now, PSN patch. This is so you don't get banned. So there's like 3 or 4 homebrews on there so you don't get banned. And you can ask anyone on my YouTube channel that buys from me that their PS3s are legit. So this right here is a PS2 Launcher Rebug Edition. I only put this on if you got, that's so you guys can play older games like fucking arcade games, like old Nintendo games like Paperboy, Pac-Man, shit like that. I don't install that unless you guys ask for it. So we just did that. Now we want to come here. Let's open up our homebrews. So we have to open up a couple of these. So basically, let's go to XMB mods. I'm going to show you guys how to do a custom cold boot. So I'm going to make it say hacker inside. Every time you guys start up your PS3, instead of saying rebug, it's going to say hacker inside. So you click on that. It should be up here. Maybe I gotta restart. Oh. Alright, so we gotta go to Rebug Toolbox. We have to turn on Webman, Cobra mode, all that shit. So we're gonna go over here, System Mode, you're gonna go to Rebug. XMB, Debug. Debug menu type, we want DEX. We want full DEX. I'm gonna show you guys. This is on CEX right now. If you go to System Information, it's on CEX. So we want XMB CFW settings enabled, toggle Cobra mode enabled. Now you're gonna go to toggle Webman enabled. So now we're gonna convert it from CEX to DEX. This is so you guys can run mod menus. This is so you can run mod menus on GTA 5, Black Ops 2. So we want to dump the EID root key. A lot of people get scared about this because if you don't know how to jailbreak and downgrade, if you lose your EID root key, your PS3 is a paperweight. So do you want to dump your EID root key and reboot? Fuck yeah. So we're dumping our CEX EID root key and we're going to convert it to a DEX. And I'm sure you guys see all the time, like, oh, like, I'm on DEX PS3, like, I'm on DEX software. A lot of people aren't on DEX unless you do this. My consoles, you can run CEX, which is retail, and DEX, which is custom. So now we're going to go right back in the Rebug Toolbox. And now we're going to put it on DEX. So now, as you can see, system information, we are on CEX. And our free hard drive space, 205 gigabytes. And we're on Cobra 7.5 payload, firmware 4.81. So this is a fucking Toshiba laptop hard drive. This thing's fucking huge, guys. Usually they're only 120 gigabyte. With the update, with the firmware, they're about 95 gigabytes. So this is huge. So now we're going to go rewrite target ID in Flash, found EID root key. Do you want to automatic conversion from CEX to DEX? Fuck yeah. We want to be on DEX. You come up, swap LV2 kernel. LV2 kernel successfully changed to DEX debug. System startup is required. There you go, guys. So this right here is legit full DEX now. You can run any GTA 5 mod menu. You can run any Black Ops 2 menu. Usually when people are on CEX, sometimes they have to run a Mamba PRX loader to get a mod menu to load. Not with me. This is all the shit that I do that other people don't do when they sell PS3s. So if you guys got a fucking 3.55 downgraded PS3, you wouldn't have no clue how to do this. I know when I first started modding, I had no clue. So now, what you want to do, you want to go to Multiman, you want to start opening up your homebrew apps. Because they're just on there, they're not activated yet. We have to activate them. So do you accept the agreement? Yes, 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 yes. Now it's installing Multiman to your hard drive. You know, I'm doing this shit real time. This is real talk. I'm giving it to you guys straightforward how it is. This is what I do. And then I take about 45 minutes to an hour to install games and mod menus for you guys. I installed it Black Ops 2 right to the hard drive. See, now we got that. First thing I do is you gotta go to settings and we want to turn off that fucking music. What the fuck is it? Beam audio. we want to disable. I know you guys can't hear it because my volume's off. So now, let's go back to XMB. So now what we're going to do is we're going to open up our Cappy Manager and install that to our hard drive. Actually, let's go back to XMB mods real quick. Let's see if this loads up. I want to show you guys your custom cold boots. If you guys want something custom, like a cold boot, like when it starts up to say something, I can install all those things for you guys. So here we go. XMB mods disk. We open this up. Now these are your cold boots. When you start up your PS3, this is what it's going to say right here. You can have it say Rebug, Hacker inside, Adidas, The Devil, Batman, Nintendo, Superman, DC, Monster Energy, Devil Inside, Star Wars, Red Bull, Rebug. So what I like to do is Hacker inside, but let's switch it up a little bit. Let's go for the Nintendo one. Alright, so it's installing it. Yeah, I can hook you, if any of you guys are modders and you want, you know, stuff, I'm going to be putting download links in the description. I'm going to buy some space on, what's it called, that download app. I forget, I'm drawing a blank right now because I'm too busy with this. But I will have download links later on. So this is what you can change your XMB to. You can make it look crazy like this. So I'm going to go with, let's go with this crazy motherfucker right here. That looks fucking cool. Alright, so we'll put that on. And now the last thing that I like to do. See, look at that shit. Yo, isn't that the fucking bomb? Holy fuck, I never used that before. Yo, that's fucking sweet. Yo, I like that. Hell yeah. Alright, so I'm going to start putting that on all my jailbreaks now. Now, this is your PlayStation Network symbol. You can make it say anything. Any one of these. GTA 5, Devil Inside, Rebug. Let's go with Rebug. I like the Rebug one. And then you always hit yes to install it now. Hell yeah, that XMB looks sick, bro. I've never used that one. Alright, now there's one thing with this app that I'm going to show you. You can change the font too. But I don't fuck with the font because some stuff becomes like not legible. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go here. Now we delete it. Once we put all our changes, you're going to delete this app. Because I've had a PlayStation, like literally, I had to reinstall the firmware because that app corrupted my system. So first thing I do when I jailbreak, I make all the changes to the XMB, and then I delete it. So now that's gone. So now we want to install our Cappy, our console manager. So we're going to install this to the hard drive, guys. Yeah, I accept Visa on eBay. Just go on eBay and you can use Visa on there. So press OK to continue. Control console by Ensom will install on the PS3. Yes. So here's what I do, guys. I have Control Console 2.7 on my PS3. And then I have Control Console 2.6 on my laptop. So the reason why I do that, 2.7 is the newest Cappy Control Console software out. But a lot of the RTM tools are still programmed for 2.6. So if you put 2.7 on your, what's it called, on your laptop, then it's not going to work. They're not going to connect. So that's why, no, you don't need a laptop. The all my mod menus for Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, for Black Ops 2 and a 32 mod menu injector, all your menus are right on the hard drive of the PS3. So I'm just going to shut this off. Alright, let's pull this out. We already got that all set. Alright, so this one is jailbroken, ready to go. So I don't know if you guys like the tutorial. That's basically how you, let me turn this shit around. Hold up 1 second. Transform, we want. Alright. So, I don't know if you guys like the tutorial or what, but that's basically how you jailbreak a PS3. This was a slim cech2001A. I put a Toshiba laptop hard drive in it because I bought it cheaper than usual because it was for parts or repair. The guy said that it was broken, he couldn't get it to restore, it kept getting stuck on the restoring menu. In my head, I already knew the hard drive was fucking shit. On the stock one, it must have burnt out. So right when I got it, I fucking ripped the hard drive out, shoved the laptop hard drive in. I legit have a stack of hard drives. I reformat them, repartition them, and I toss them in. And that's another thing, guys, that other people that jailbreak don't do. They don't check your hard drives. They don't partition them. They don't format them. They don't do any of that shit. So when you buy a jailbreak off eBay, the hard drive could, have 20% life left. You could run that thing for a month and have it shit the bed. Then you're fucked. Because when you put a new hard drive in and all that shit, you're going to lose your jailbreak. You're going to lose everything. So basically, I use top-notch thermal paste, Arctic Silver 5. I partition, format the hard drives. I clean out the whole fucking thing. And I install all the games, mod menus, homebrew apps. I customize it, with custom XMB settings, cold boots for startup. So that's it. If you like the tutorial, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing a lot more modding tutorials. I'm going to do how to install a mod menu for Black Ops 2 on your PS3. I'll be doing that next. And I'm going to start doing download links in the description. So if you guys have any questions, make sure to comment down below because this video will be getting uploaded. I'm going to end the video now. That way it's not extremely long. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3. Give me about an hour and we'll fuck shit up. Alright. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.